Okay, so I don't really have enough energy to keep making these videos, but I tried to change clothes, tried to go to bed. For a while I couldn't sleep. I'm really, really tired. I've been working on that album for like 8 months, but I don't know how else to explain it, but in this video, in this episode, if I can handle a whole episode, I don't know. I'll be able to because I'm really tired. If I can handle another whole episode. But in this episode, I might cut it short, but in this episode I'm going to be talking about glitch patterns. This is a big deal. I'm going to try to talk about it as long as I can, but I'm really tired and I'm about to go to bed. I stayed up all night just so I could put these talk shows on here. So in this talk show now I'm going to talk about the glitch pattern. I tried shaving, I tried doing all that stuff. My facial hair just grows really fast. But I'm going to be talking about the glitch pattern. The glitch pattern is a big deal because it's people to people, like a psychic connection, and it's really terrible if you go through a glitch pattern. A glitch pattern isn't where a psychic person or a connection goes good. A good connection is great. Love great connections between people. It's where the psychic connection goes really bad. A glitch pattern, like in your body, cause them psychically they might not even be affected by it either. It might not glitch pattern them, but it might glitch pattern you. This is real glitch pattern. The glitch pattern is real, unfortunately. It's really terrible. And best case scenario, you might be talking to someone who, while going through a glitch pattern, you might be talking to someone about technology. That's great if you can talk about technology with a glitch pattern, if they can kind of understand you. But this is the reason why some people get fired as news reporters or whatever, or even factories. People get fired all the time, and people get in trouble all the time for defacing a person with a glitch pattern. They get in trouble, and they even get fired from their jobs. They say don't discriminate, but that's not really what it is. The glitch pattern is actually so bad that they literally couldn't even talk about technology to each other and understand it. The glitch pattern. It's a psychic connection from people to people. Yeah, I worked on it for a while, so I do know what it is. It's really terrible. Yes, this happens in relationships too. I don't want to really get sick on you, but I've been working for like 8 months, so I'm trying to finish up really quick. I'm trying to look good, but I look awful. My hair is short. I might make another video later with my hair looking right or whatever. You know, I'm starting to swell up from doing too much work. I work myself up too hard. But the glitch pattern is a big deal. People-to-people connections. Why is it a big deal? If you're psychic and someone else is psychic, or projecting something onto each other, why is that a big deal? How does that affect you? Well, this person might talk to someone or talk to you, and it don't affect them. They're not glitching, but their pattern glitches you. Now you're getting glitched really bad from a pattern someone else has caused. Their patterns, it's not that they have bad habits or good habits or any of that stuff. It's their body. Even if you talk about something similar like technology or whatever, I could talk about real estate. It doesn't matter what you do. The glitch pattern is actually really bad. It glitches your body, causes your body's chemistry to glitch. It is real though, and if you stay around it, you can get really sick. It can hurt you. You actually cannot be around it. I know you want to be with a girl or a guy, if you're a girl, I know how awful that is to tell a girl that I cannot be around you because you actually glitched my body with your patterns. And you're a really great girl. It's not you, it's me. Or maybe the opposite way around. I do understand that. If they cling on to you after they know it's a glitch pattern, you don't even want to know. It's actually that bad. Yes, you can get hurt really bad. So these glitch patterns are really big. It's like bringing a surfer with a actor or something. Now, these are completely two different things. And sometimes it works out for the person, sometimes it don't. Sometimes it's really terrible. If you're actually going through a glitch pattern, a people-to-people connection, and it don't work out, yes, I'm sorry. You actually need to get away from that person if you can, because it can actually hurt you. It's really bad and terrible to say. Yes, it hurts you. Now, I didn't really try to dress up in this one. I was just kind of being a boy, talking about boy stuff. It's not really a big deal. I try to stay home, not talk to very many people. Of course, when I'm not on here, I'm doing other stuff other than working. I might even be really happy. Running around, joking, laughing. And maybe you don't understand it. It's not the same as the last video. The last video I tried to look good. I did work really hard on it. But the glitch pattern is a big deal. I want you to understand that that's a pretty big deal. It can hurt you, a people-to-people connection. You don't need to understand any more of it than it's a glitch pattern. They're projecting something on you, you're projecting something on them, and you might have absolutely nothing in common. You might be completely similar in every single way, but your body's just glitched because their patterns are different. It's not really seizures. It might not cause you a seizure. Some people, when they watch movies, they have a glitch pattern, and it causes them a seizure on the TV. Well, it can cause a seizure if you glitch pattern from a person in real life. Even if you don't have seizures, you can still get a glitch pattern and it can still hurt you. And prolonged, it can really hurt you. Yes, the glitch pattern is real. People to people, it's kind of like a connection. It's a pattern. Their pattern, their body patterns, the chemistry, their body pattern, just, if you don't understand it, yes, it can hurt you. I mean, sometimes it's just clinginess. Sometimes it don't really affect you. Even if it doesn't affect you, if someone says, oh, well, I'm glitch patterning from you, you really need to get away from me, you actually do need to leave. It's actually illegal to deface a person if you glitch. The reason why it's illegal to deface a person is because it's a glitch pattern. You might be just the same as them in some way, and it might be exactly the same, but your language is different, your pattern's different, your body's different. You can't be the same as them. Maybe it's a height thing, maybe it's something that's what you think. It's neither the height, it's neither that. Sometimes it is, but it's actually their glitch pattern. It's their pattern, their body chemistry. It's their pattern. If they can't even connect with you, at least to talk about like technology or whatever, you're gonna glitch out really bad. And if you can't even connect with that person and talk about like technology and your glitch patterning, and that person stays with you for like 5 years, you could have been really healthy beforehand, and then next thing you know, you got cancer. And you say, I don't know what happened to him. Well, it's a glitch pattern. So if they tell you gotta leave, it's because they're glitching and they need to heal themselves. Yes, my hair got a little longer since last night, but I am starting to swell, so I'm going to have to get off here soon because I talk too long and work myself up too hard. I really do need to get to bed before I get sick. I don't want to talk about that right now. I don't want to talk about getting sick. But I'm just saying the glitch pattern does do that to you. Your stomach will start hurting, whatever. You might be one of the happiest people there are. I don't really know how else to explain it. It's just nasty. It's like a news reporter talking to a surfer. But it's not just because they're news reporters, their like body just glitches. It's the only way I can really explain it psychically. It actually hurts you. And you might not recover from it. So if you actually are glitching, you really need to get away fast. Glitch patterns are unhealthy. Glitch pattern relationships are unhealthy. It's kind of more than that. I don't know how to explain to you that there is just, you will actually not. The only thing you'll understand is they have feelings and stuff just like you. They may even know what you said, but it just glitch pattern you is why you're hurting. They might not ever understand that one. They'll never get it. They might, all they'll understand it's a glitch pattern. It's really terrible. I'd like to get better. I can see right now as I'm looking in the video, this video actually is making me look really bad. That's okay. That's not why I'm making it. I'm making it because it's an actual glitch pattern. Now see, I'll be fine even after the video because it's not a big deal. But you can see how long I've been working all night and how much I am starting to swell from it. You can kind of see that I actually need to stop working because it kind of is a glitch pattern. But I want to explain the glitch pattern because it's a big deal. And yes, I grew a lot of facial hair overnight. If I keep working, I'm just gonna get hurt because I gotta take, like I told you earlier, it hurts my eyes, causes me a migraine. So I might not be on for a really long time afterwards. And yes, I heal afterwards and I look fine. I look better when I'm off the phone. So I mean, that's like me being really close up, looks terrible. Lights off and stuff like that, but I kind of wanted to get on here to explain the glitch pattern. It's kind of like watching a movie that you don't understand and you said, you know, I have no idea what the heck happened in that movie at all. And it confused you. So I kind of understand it looked like me, sort of, but it's a major glitch pattern. And you actually need to get away from it. Someone glitch patterns you. And at the very least, it might have sucked for like, if you get away from it, it might have sucked for like, I don't know, 30 minutes being glitch patterned. But maybe the relationship was fine. You really shouldn't be in a relationship with a glitch patterning you. You should, like I told you earlier, you should only really talk to people who you can handle. Don't glitch pattern you. That is a good connection, a good psychic connection. It makes you feel happy, whatever. I know you can't really feel happy all the time because you got to fix yourself here, down there, whatever. But yes, the glitch pattern is real. It's terrible. Now, most likely you won't really see the glitch pattern in your life if you're really lucky. Some people go their whole lives never see the glitch pattern. Usually, if you like stay around your own place and you kind of like hook up locally with people that don't glitch pattern you like it would out of local. But that's not necessarily true, that it's just going to glitch pattern you because they're not local. you might be able to hook up with someone who is not from your town. And really, you don't want to date someone in your town sometimes because you don't know who you're related to or whatever. You don't know who you're related to, you got to date out of town anyway. But obviously, you might get glitch pattern going through relationships and stuff anyway, because you have to meet strangers. You're never going to be able to actually, in a relationship, you're never going to actually be able to do it without talking to a stranger, kind of. But you'll grow friends with a stranger, and maybe over time it won't glitch pattern you as bad. It's possible. But you got to be really careful not to get glitch pattern. If that's glitch patterning you that bad, you need to stop dating that person. Yes, I got heartburn. I've been breathing in too much pneumonia. I gotta open the windows. Yes, you need to stop dating them if they're making you sick. They're glitch patterning you. Now, I never once said that I dated like 10 girls at one time. That's not what I said. No. I said sometimes 10 girls might try to date you, and it's true. I have had a bunch of girls try to date me. I know I'm single and stuff. That's not really why there's it's too many girls trying to date you, and you clear them out. It's not that you try to. You might be single afterwards. You might be completely ruined because you didn't get anyone at the end. It's not really the end of the world. You have to live by yourself sometimes. Take care of yourself. But yeah. No, you actually need to clear it out. You got like 10 people. Especially if you have 10 glitch patterns doing it to you. So they're just all trying to date a girl. They're straight. It's perfectly normal. They're not really perfectly. It's not. No one's perfect, but it's normal for a girl to like a guy. And I'm not saying it's gonna actually glitch pattern you. I'm not saying it's going to. You'll probably be fine. It's probably not that. Most people are okay at the end. Doing very well. Happy. Feel fine. The reason why I keep saying glitch patterns is because that's what this episode's about right now. Is glitch patterns. It's on the talk show. Yeah, glitch patterns are real, and when you are projecting something to them and they're projecting something to you, it completely glitch patterns your body by chemistry, and you can get hurt from it. It's real though, and you might not ever understand it, and I hope you don't, because glitch patterns are disgusting. You actually don't want to experience a glitch pattern. It's terrible. If you do, just try to get away from it. Don't try to fight it. Just try to avoid it. At the very worst, you spend like 30 minutes. It's kind of like going to the hospital for 30 minutes. Except for worse. Glitch patterns are terrible. But your relationship might be fine. You might be with someone who you really, really like. You might not even be in a relationship. You don't have to be in a relationship. You don't have to be married, single, or anything to meet a stranger in a glitch pattern. It's just the chemistry that's gone bad, a psychic connection gone bad. You might have seen those commercials where the girls on there talking about call me on this chat line and try to get a psychic connection. I've seen the commercials. They used to do that. You might not have ever seen it. It's true. It is like a psychic connection. We're projecting things to people, trying to get them to understand what we're saying. A glitch pattern might completely just destroy your body or you, and that's why some people are actually really sick. They might not understand. I mean, I know some people, I don't really want to talk about what they do. I know they pee the bed and crap like that. You don't really need to know what happens to some people. I do know what happens to them. They can't take care of themselves, so their family they lose their jobs and everything just so they can stay home and take care of their brother. Now, my brother don't really do that, but I'm just saying some people do. But, and it happens more than you know. tons of people are out there doing that, sick and dead. If someone taking care of them, yes, it happens. And it happens a lot because of glitch patterns, but there's all kinds of reasons why it could happen. You never know. But it's not that. So I'm not going to talk about that detail. I'm going to talk about the glitch pattern, which is what I want to talk about. It's not really talking about the dating part. I've already talked about, like, how, yes, girls are attracted to boys, yes, guys are attracted to girls. And people who aren't straight need to go around people who aren't straight and stay away from straight people. It's not offensive to them to stay away from straight people. It's just they don't want a straight person. They want someone who they can live in weird, but I don't really care. It's not that. I'm just saying, if I'm straight, I'm going to be with a straight person. It's not, and I am straight, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it to offend anybody. I'm just saying it's a glitch pattern, and it might confuse everybody. So, like I said in the other episode, that everybody has a different meaning for everything, and that's true. So, but because of that, glitch patterns happen, and that's true. So I just kind of want you to understand a little bit about glitch patterns. It's kind of like watching a movie that made no sense to you, and at the end of the movie you said, what did they even do? That made no sense. And yes, glitch patterns are real in real life. It's terrible, and you might just see something on TV and you're like, oh, how the heck did they do that? And you don't even know that's their body chemistry. That is actually what they did. And it might make no sense to you. So glitch patterns are real. It's like seeing a surfer going through their surf life saying, yeah, dude. Okay, they went their whole lives doing that, and they do all that stuff. Okay, so it's not really that. This is a glitch pattern kind of thing. And no, it's not going to really happen to you, most likely. It's more common than you think, but it's not really that bad because you do have to meet strangers today. So it usually only happens when you date. If you get in a glitch pattern, you just kind of try to avoid them. Now it does happen, and it can sometimes happen as more common than you think, because they're kind of different than you a little bit, and you say, that doesn't make any sense, so why are they different? I understand everything they say, but it's still not helping me. Well, that's the reason they got sick, is a major glitch pattern happened to them at some point. If you're in a relationship and it's not that bad, and everything's going great, then you can stay in it. Don't just break up. Like I said, it usually only happens in relationships, the worst. You might see someone cussing and stuff because they've had it, because they got glitch patterns so bad after a really long period of time. They actually don't need to do it, they just need to walk away and get away from the relationship. If you're in a glitch pattern, you actually just need to stay away from that. But you should kind of be around something that's familiar to you. Because if it's not familiar to you, it's going to be like a glitch pattern. So you do need to stay around something familiar to you, or think of something familiar to you. Try to keep everything familiar to you. Try to keep your memories. Your memories are very important to have. That's how you know what's going on. You need to know it's a glitch pattern. So try to get out of a glitch pattern relationship, no matter where you're at. At worst, you see it for 30 minutes. I'm starting to forget what I said. Memories are very important. It helps you know what's going on. Being aware of your surroundings. If you ever see a glitch pattern, just know it's a glitch pattern. Don't think nothing more of it. They're just like you and me. It's a glitch pattern. That's all it is. Their chemistry messed you up. People to people connection. That's all it is. And try not to get hurt from it. It usually goes well, so you'll be okay about that. It's not really that. For the most part, you might not even understand what I say, so you probably should kind of focus a little on my looks. I want you to think that I look good, but it's not really that. I just try to explain it is real, but you don't need to worry as much about it as you think. You just need to kind of try to avoid it. It's not a big deal, but yeah, it can actually be a big deal, though. It's worse than you think. but at the same time, it rarely happens as often as you think. But it's common in small, like smaller glitches, but not big glitches like that. But it's more common in smaller glitches, which is normal, stranger. So try not to really do that. If you're gonna hook up with someone, don't just hook up with them. You got to be ready to hook up with someone. But if you start glitching, you got to get away. But yes, glitch patterns are real. So that's why I want to talk about glitch patterns in this episode. They are real. Might be them, might be you. Don't know. But it's fun. You just, like I said, it's usually smaller, so it's not a big deal. So plenty of people are happy with each other's relationships. Within a relationship, it's usually small. Little problem. It's not a big problem usually. If you ever go through a big problem, that's what it is. It's a glitch pattern. You just need to get away from it. Go outside, get fresh air, walk away, go to a different house, go to your sisters, go to your relatives, get away from it. Somehow get away from it. But I gotta go. I hope you understand my glitch pattern episode. I'll see you later.